Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Kayla and this is Logan and we're here to talk about his 6-month review. Alright, so because I have not done any videos on his review, you're loud, you know that? Okay, we're good. Because I have not done any sort of review on him, I'm going to actually talk about his first 6 months in the world, and then maybe I'll do a video later on when he's a year, and we can talk about the next 6 months from there. Logan is exactly 7 months and a week. Logan was born on June 13th, 2016 in Ottawa, Ontario. He was born in a hospital with a midwife. He was 9 pounds, 5 ounces. His height was 20.5 inches. And I don't actually have a head measurement, so that's all the measurements I have from his birth. Later on, we went to the doctor at 3 months. At his 3-month appointment, we measured him and he weighed 14.4 pounds, which put him into the 50th to 75 percentile. When he was born, he was in the 95th percentile. His height was 25.4 inches. At his 3-month appointment, we also got our vaccinations and the doctor checked him out, checked all his joints and stuff like that. After that, we had our 6-month doctor's appointment. At the 6-month doctor's appointment, he weighed 16 pounds, which put him into the 10 to 25 percentile for weight. His height was 26.7 inches, which put him into the 25th to the 50th percentile. As you can see, in the 3 months to the 6 months, he definitely dropped a lot. When we went to his 3-month appointment, we talked to the doctor a little bit about him spitting up quite a lot. The doctor said that he wasn't too concerned quite yet, as he only dropped 1 percentile for his height or for his weight. So he said, let's monitor it, and at 6 months, we will definitely check it out and see if he's increased at all. So when we went to our 6th month, he was still spitting up a ton. We had mentioned that we were still concerned about his spitting up. And so when they weighed him, he had already dropped 2 percentiles from his birth. Now keep in mind, he was really big and really high up in the percentiles for his weight when he was born, but he still had dropped 2 percentiles, which then made the doctor a little bit more worried. So he put Logan on a antacid. The antacid, which is Xanax for kids, so smaller dose, had helped tremendously. He now rarely ever spits up, which has been a blessing. The fact that he doesn't spit up makes it so much easier. He's way less fussy when he eats and after he eats. Can you say hi? Hi, 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 hi. Hi, 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 hi. The only downfall about the medicine is it's like the hardest thing to give to him. It's the worst tasting. It's like super strong menthol. That's pretty much what it tastes like. So giving it to him is the hardest thing ever. I have to be really mischievous and sneaky when I give it to him. I usually put him in this and put a show on and try to get him to like look up and watch the show and sneak it in there really fast. And then he makes a really like sour face like, Mom, why'd you just give me that? But it helps so much. So hopefully eventually we won't have to use it anymore as he gets older and he can survive without it. Other than that, that's pretty much all his measurements. Next, I'll just talk about what's new, what he's accomplished, at what time he started to accomplish it. You don't like this? No. You want to fishy? Fish, fish, fish. Fishy. Alright, so we'll start at the beginning. So, around, I want to say, I didn't write it down. I want to say about 2.5 months, he flipped from front to back. He did it a few times. You love Kita? You love the Kita? Yeah, you do. All right, so when he was about 2.5 months, he learned how to flip from front to back. He did it a few times. He would do it every once in a while, but it wasn't something he did all the time. I was just considering it was because his head was really big and he couldn't hold it, so I just flop him over. His next milestone would have to be, I'm assuming would be crawling. So he started army crawling when he was 5 months and 5 days. I'll insert the clip here of his first little like crawl army move thing that he did. Once he learned how to army crawl at exactly 6 months, so December 13th, he fully crawled. So full on hands and knees crawled. He crawled across our room, and my husband and I just looked at each other like, oh my god, I can't believe he just did that. He then learned how to pull himself up onto furniture to stand. What's wrong? Hi. Hi. He is getting tired. I think it's nap time. So I'm going to put him down for a nap, and then I'll be right back and we'll finish this video. Alright, now that he is sleeping, I'm going to continue. So after he army crawled and then he full-on crawled when we were at home, back home. So Aaron and I live in Ottawa, and our family lives more in like the southern area of Ontario. So when we went home, he learned how to pull himself up. He was trying to get up on furniture, and he would try really hard, and eventually he did it. So at 6 months and 1 week, he learned how to pull himself up onto furniture, which was on December 30th. And he also will walk while holding your hands. He's still working on his stability. He's very strong in the legs, but he can't, well, he can, but he just has a hard time doing one leg than the other without like wobbling a little bit. He can stand for a few seconds, so if you're holding him and he's like watching something or he's like focused in on something and you let go, he'll hold it for maybe like 2 or 3 seconds. But he's definitely getting stronger. He does stand up in his crib. When we got home from the holidays, we had to lower his crib because he was standing up, and knowing him, he'd be bouncing out of there by tomorrow because he's just so determined, especially determined to get out of that crib. He hasn't said any words yet. I'm almost sure, I mean, my husband's going to say no, but we're almost positive that he said mama a few times a few days ago, but he doesn't said it again, so maybe it was just a fluke. But we practice and practice and practice, and I mean, he'll say it when he wants to say it. So no words. He has no teeth, although I feel like he's teething, but then again, my husband's going to be like, Kill, you think he's always teething. He does wave, so if you come into the room and you say, hi, Logan, he'll like flap his hand around. So he's just starting to do that a little bit more, which is pretty cool. He does up. So for eating, we chose to do baby-led weaning. For those who are not familiar with baby-led weaning, pretty much what it is the baby leads its own food intake. So you don't feed them at all, pretty much. You just let them feed themselves, which means no purees. So he started out at about 4.5 months, which is super early, I know. But we just started with cucumbers, and we did it maybe like once, 2-3 times a week. I mean, as he got older, we did it more frequently. So he started with cucumbers. We cut it, so you cut it in finger length, and about pretty thick, so they can't just like shove it down their throat. But a thick piece, and you keep the rind on it, and he would just pick it up, and you just chomp on it for a long time, and then he'd put it down, and he'd spit it all out. I can do a whole video on baby-led weaning. That's a huge topic to talk about, so if you want me to do a baby-led weaning video, I'm more than happy to do one. I know there isn't a lot out there, especially because it's not really common to do right now. I mean, it's starting to get more common, but when I was researching it, there wasn't a whole lot out there for me to research. I just knew from my sister doing it, and then I tried to do as much research as I could. But that's pretty much it. But now he eats a ton of food. We're slowly introducing the allergen foods. I don't think I mentioned before, I do nurse him. I've been nursing him so far for 7 months. Thank God. I mean, I'm so lucky, so fortunate. I know there's a lot of moms out there who try and they can, or they just choose not to, which is, you do what you gotta do. I mean, as a mom, I just say, do what you gotta do, because none of us really know what the hell we're doing anyways. Right? Am I right? So, he is nursed. I do still nurse him throughout the day, and that's pretty much it. Now on to the last subject, which is sleep. Is he sleeping? I wish. So I can't complain because when Logan, after my milk came in, so about, I think I got it maybe 4 or 5 days after he was born. Once it started coming in, when he was 1 week old, Logan slept 9 hours. And now I know a lot of people are going to say you didn't wake him up after he's been sleeping for 9 hours to feed him. And I say you don't wake up a sleeping baby unless you have to. And because Logan at the very beginning was gaining so much weight, they were not even, I think he regained his birth weight in like 2 days. So they weren't even worried at all about me not waking him up. So I didn't wake him up at all. So he would sleep, no lie, 9 hours at the beginning, which I know, I'm super lucky. But then that all came crashing down real fast at 6 months when he decided that sleep was not as fun as it used to be. So now Logan wakes up, I want to say at 5.5 months, 5.5 months to now, Logan started waking up 3 times a night. Which now I understand those mamas that are so tired because that really messes with the brain. I'm not sure why. I don't know if it's because he's becoming more aware and he's waking up and he's saying, where's my mom? Where's my dad? Why is no one here? I'm here by myself. Like, what the heck am I doing in here? And when he was younger, he would go to bed awake and he would fall asleep and he would have no idea and wake up 9 hours later and he'd be like, woohoo, let's party, let's drink 12 million times a day. So yeah, when he slept 9 hours, I literally fed him every 30 minutes to an hour all day. After his transition, I want to say like 5.5 months, he learned how to not to sleep. We are now starting to sleep train, which I have read a lot about and have realized that we are starting way too late. So if you're going to a sleep train, do not start at 7 months because it's a very bad idea. I'm just warning you. Logan cries and I can't handle it. I mean, I know some moms can tough it out, but I am a baby when it comes to him crying. So far, Logan has been doing pretty good. It's about a week in. We put him down. I don't nurse him to sleep anymore, which I'm really sad about because I really like nursing him to sleep. So he'll bath. I nurse him / give him some cereal before bed, his medicine, and then we go into his bedroom. We play quietly. We keep it calm, we keep the lights low, and then we put him to bed around, like I said, 8:30, depending on how long he's already been up. My husband is so good at putting him to sleep. I don't know what it is. I think Logan uses me and knows that I'm going to come in barreling when he starts crying, which I'm trying to work on. But my husband goes in, he puts him down, Logan stands up, cries, my husband goes back in, lays him down, comes back out, and usually he falls asleep. Then I decided that I'm going to dream feed him because I don't go to bed till about 11:30, 12 because I need that time. I mean, we all need mama time. Let me tell you, you need mommy time. So when you have that time, I go in at about 11:30. I pick him up and I feed him right away. I don't let him wake up. I don't let him shuffle around. I have myself ready and I just feed him right away. And I feed him for a little bit of a shorter time, and then I put him right into bed, and I leave the room. It's like it never happened. And that kind of restarts his clock, so then when I go to sleep at the same, like right after that, at least I have a little bit more time. So that was working really well. So he was waking up at 6:30 rather than 2:30 and 4:30, so I kind of skipped that whole time. And now we're working on just 8 and 8. So 8 in the morning he wakes up, 8 at night he goes to sleep. So we'll see how that works. But right now, sleep is just a nightmare. It's just a nightmare. Mamas, I feel ya. So that's everything so far for Logan's born to 6 months. Well, 7-ish months. I would like to do another video when he's a year and just kind of recap the whole rest of the year and see where he is. But we'll see how that works. I mean, leave your comments down below if you agree, if you want me to do it, like keep up on his monthly or yearly updates just to see how he's doing. Also, let's start a discussion. What do you do for sleep? What works? What doesn't work? Can you do the crying out method? Because I sure can. But if you can, like, I applaud you because you are just a superwoman or Superman. I mean, whoever's at home doing it. Alright, so that's it for this video. I would like to make this channel all about our life. I mean, my husband will join me sometimes, Logan will always be there, and we can just all grow together. That way I have something to look back at, or Logan has something to look back at on his childhood. I mean, I watch a lot of YouTubers, especially family YouTubers, and I just think it's so cool to look back and as a child and then as an adult and be like, I have footage of my life, which would be sweet. I mean, when I look back, I got pictures that are dying in albums. Actually, I was the third child. I have like one album and like 5 pictures. But anyways, so please hit the subscribe button if you want to follow my journey, my family's journey, and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Have a great day and just go with the flow.